Hey, this is Bagelsmith, and this is Weekly Post Commentary number 9. Second attempt because the first attempt was 24 minutes long, and that's a little ridiculous for you guys. I'm gonna try to aim for less time, but I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Anyway, what you're seeing on the screen is Super Meat Boy, which I recently got from the Humble Indie Bundle. If you don't know what the Humble Indie Bundle is, go to worldwideweb.humblebundle.company. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description, and you should buy it. Humble Indie Bundle 5, there are 8 games. You get 4 if you pay for whatever price. If you go over the average price, you get 8 games, plus 5 soundtracks, and yeah, it's a really good deal, so you should play it. And this is just me playing the first part of Super Meat Boy, and me sucking really badly as well. I actually already went back and A+ all the levels, which is getting your time under a certain time or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I'm here to talk about E3, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm just going to talk about the press conferences. I'm sure there's tons of other things that I could talk about that were in E3, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to talk about the press conferences. So, here we go. We start with Microsoft. So, things they showed Halo 4, which looks really good. People were getting angry over, let's see, sprint button, having a sprint in Halo also, but that doesn't really concern me. They introduced the new enemy type of Forerunner enemy, which looks really cool. And yeah, they had beam weapons and you could shoot things and they disintegrated. They also had those floating guys that would capture grenades and fling them back at you, which looked interesting. And yeah, there's some story too, with the in terms of the ship Infinity landing on the Forerunner planet. I think it's a Forerunner planet. They get sucked into something. I don't know if it's like the planet's inside the metal thing. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. But I'll put the trailer on too. There's going to be so many links in this episode. This is going to be like the hub of all your E3 needs. That's what I'm planning to do. Just have tons and tons of links. But anyway, after that they showed Splinter Cell Blacklist, the new Splinter Cell game with Sam Fisher, and that looked really good. The combat system looked really smooth in terms of marking your enemies and auto executing them. And there's limited Connect voice stuff that you could do, but I'm hoping that isn't part of the game, that it's optional, because I don't really feel like doing Connect. They also showed FIFA and Madden. You know, I'm not big on sport games, but there you go, FIFA and Madden. I'm not going to even talk about them, because you can do those things in real life easily. They showed off Fable the Journey, which that's Connect. I don't think I'll like it. It looked interesting, to say the least, but I don't think I'll get it. Yeah, Fable's been kind of going downhill. No offense to Peter Molyneux, but it's been kind of going downhill. Anyway, next they showed Gears of War Judgment, the trailer for that, which involves Baird and Cole and their squad before they meet up with Dom and Marcus in the original Gears trilogy, so it's a prequel. And looks interesting. Some type of scandal thing going on where Baird is handcuffed and is put up against whatever, an elite COG soldier. Looks interesting. They also showed off Forza Horizon, a more, I guess, relaxed simulation. Well, I can't say relaxed. Breaking off from the traditional Forza experience, which is excuse me, I'm talking a lot. Which is a festival. Horizon Festival in Colorado, and that looks interesting as well, so I might get that. And then they talk about sports and music and some Nike Plus training stuff integrated into Xbox, and Smart Glass, which watch a movie on your phone, you can switch it to your Xbox, fancy stuff like that, and Internet Explorer on Xbox. Yeah, really not important stuff. They showed off Tomb Raider, which frankly for me was looking really fast. Yeah, I couldn't follow the gameplay pretty much, but she had a bow, and it kind of reminded me of Nathan Drake a little bit. in terms of the cutscene stuff and going in and out of gameplay. But it looks like a good game. I think I might get it. And then they go through a couple of indie titles, I'd say, that don't look particularly interesting, but they were Ascend New Gods, Loco Cycle, and Matter. I'll just put the trailers for them up there. And then they had Resident Evil 6 and Racketeer, which is also a Kinect game, which what was it? You pull back a catapult and you destroy castles. Pretty simple enough, yeah? And then Matt Parker and Trey Stone, I think, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone, whatever it is, South Park people came and showed off a little bit of the South Park RPG or game. I don't really know what the genre is yet, but it's called The Stick of Truth. And then they had Dance Central 3, where Usher came out and danced, whatever. And then they ended with Call of Duty Black Ops, which was whatever, typical Call of Duty fashion, explosions, crazy things, flying planes. But yeah, the only thing I'd say for that is they showed an attempt to not make the game linear, to have options of what you do. So that's kind of breaking away from the linear format, but it still forces you to choose. But still, it's more than one option. It's kind of good, yeah. But yeah, I can't really say much about that game. I'm more of a person who has to play it in order to get my verdict. I can't just assume that it's going to be bad because all the other COD games were supposedly bad. The campaigns were good, but I guess there's some things people don't like, and majority agrees with them. So yeah, that's pretty much the Microsoft one. Yeah, Microsoft. Move on to Ubisoft. They showed Just Dance 4 was at the beginning, and they had Flow Rida out, and they were, you know, what's the song? Good Feeling? They were showing that off with dance girls with ridiculous cleavage and all that good stuff. And then they did a Far Cry 3 demo, which looked amazing, and also had partial nudity. I don't know if you'd count it as nudity because the paint was over the nipples. If you know what I'm talking about, I'll show the trailer, or I won't show it in the video. I'll give you the link. But yeah, a little risque, I'd say. And they showed Splinter Cell trailer, Splinter Cell Blacklist trailer. Messing up here. Yeah, and then the Avengers Battle for Earth trailer looks like a good game. What is it? In response to whatever movie that just came out, it starts with the same name, Avengers. That's what it is. And then a really cool Rayman Legends demo with the Wii U remote, or the pad, the gamepad, is that what it's called? The gamepad and the Pro Controller, which looked really, really good. They had a synchronized music sequence in which the guy with the pad would be touching things in sync with like a song, and I just thought it was cool. Maybe I'll get a Wii U, I don't know. They also showed the Zombie U trailer, which is the exclusive zombie game for Wii U, and that looks pretty good. I'll show the trailer for that. I'm going to be saying a lot probably, even though I have a list of all the stuff that I'm talking about, but I'm still going to say because I'm going to mess up. They showed Assassin's Creed 3 trailer and demo, and let's see, I forget which one. I think this might have been the naval combat one. There's two demos, I forget which goes with which, but one of them had a naval combat demo, which was really cool, and the other had like, I guess, the normal gameplay for the game, which was what was it? I think like he raided a fort and he hunted some animals, and that was really good. I forget which, it might have been Sony. Yeah, well, we'll get to it. Yeah, wasting time here. They showed Shoot Mania demo, which was a online first-person shooter arena type game, and they had pro gamers, 3 pro gamers, 6 pro gamers, 2 teams of 3 fight off each other for the win. And then Watch Dogs was announced, and they had the trailer and the demo, and that looked amazing. Just say. There's nothing else I can say. You have to see the demo for yourself. It's about how technology is all interconnected and everyone's connected to everyone else. And so if you know how to use it, you know people, you know all their information. And it looks really good. Also, side note, Tobuscus Toby Turner decided to host it with Aisha Taylor, another celebrity. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But by far, Ubisoft was my favorite press conference, for sure, by far. Compared to all the other ones, by far. Next, there was E3, and they started off with Dead Space 3 trailer and co-op demo by Visceral Games. Now I'm just reading this off. You know Visceral Games, obviously. Yeah, that was co-op. It's also drop-in co-op, so you can drop in at any time. Wow, my eye's twitching. Hold on 1 second. I'm going too fast, man. Madden 13, whatever. They also announced SimCity 5 trailer, and they also had the SimCity social for Facebook. Maybe I'll play it. Oh, I'm not into social games. And they also announced Battlefield Premium, which is you can pay to play the same game with more stuff, I guess. It's like Call of Duty Elite. Yeah, they also announced more content for Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. I don't know if any of you play that, but I don't play it. But it looks like an interesting game. They also had a Medal of Honor Warfighter demo and trailer, and that looked good. Runs on Frostbite 2, so it looked really nice. I mean, run-of-the-mill military game. You should know what to expect, I guess. Yeah. FIFA 13, blah, sports, I hate them. Not necessarily hate them, I hate them on games. Okay, let's say that. Need for Speed Most Wanted trailer and demo, which looks really good, made by Criterion, since they took over the series like a couple years ago, and they made Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and then they did Crisis 3, and Crisis 3 looks good. Yeah, all the games really look good so far. Crisis 3 was pretty cool in the new New York environment, like this urban jungle thing, and he shoots arrows. What else could you ask for? It's really good. Now we're on to Sony, and we're making good time. Oh man, there's a lot of text here. Beyond Two Souls was announced from the guys who made Heavy Rain, called Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream, I think that's right. They made Heavy Rain. They also said that the lead role was going to be played by Ellen Page. She did Juno, if you know who I'm talking about. Ellen Page, Juno, with Michael Cera. She was pregnant, yep. And her name's Jodie Holmes, so the demo looked good, looked interesting, something about between life and death and what happens after you die, that question and stuff. Interesting game, and it looks really good. So I'll post a trailer for that too. And they also showed PlayStation All-Stars, which is the Super Smash Brothers of Sony, and that looked good. They had lots of players that played, I guess. There's the Princess, the Cake Person. They also had the clown guy from Twisted Metal. Sorry, I don't know my Sony characters very well, but they also said that the Big Daddy from BioShock and Nathan Drake will be playable also. But I don't really care about that because I don't have a PS3. If you do have a PS3, no offense, of course. But it looks like a good game. It looked interesting, I guess. It's similar to Super Smash Brothers, but there's a way to like progress in levels, I guess. And when you get to like level 3, you get like your ultimate move, and it instantly kills people. So that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know when that comes out, but it looks good. They also announced PlayStation Plus, which is like a Xbox Live type of deal where you pay a subscription for better stuff. So yeah, I guess that's good, and they get free games, I assume. I think that's what they said. They also announced Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified for the PS Vita, and there's no trailer on that. It is just a separate game just for Vita. They also announced Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation for the PS Vita, and that is a Vita only title, and that features the first woman assassin and also the first Black Assassin, I believe, because it, not to say that it's based on geography, but it also takes place in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I think. Either that or New Orleans. One of those cities, and you get to go in the bayou too. Sounds like a good game. They also announced the white PS Vita. Yeah, if you care about that. They also did Assassin's Creed 3. And they also demoed Far Cry 3, but this time with 4-player co-op, and that looks really good. And also, it's just funny seeing the people get into it and they're yelling. They're getting mad too. It was funny. You should also watch these press conferences. They're actually really good. Ugh, excuse me, I had Taco Bell. Just gotta say. If you hear any burps or you hear me drinking like this, that's because it's from Taco Bell. Really unprofessional stuff I'm doing right now, but I don't really care. They introduced the Wonder Book, which is it's a piece of hardware that you open up and it interacts with the PlayStation Move camera. The Moonbot said it's working on like a film noir detective book type of deal, video game thing. I don't really know what to call it. A video book? I don't know. Called Dick's Nightcrawler. And then J.K. Rowling also said she worked on, or is working on Book of Spells, and they demoed it and really didn't look interesting to me. I think I skipped over that part. And then they talked about partnerships and boring stuff, and then talked about God of War Ascension, and they demoed it. It's the next game in the series, I guess. I thought they were going to stop after 3, but I guess they're just going to keep going with it, you know? Just like the industry needs, if it has a good game, they'll suck it dry, pretty much. Just like the Call of Duty series. That's what it's become. Lovely, isn't it? And then the Last of Us demo was shown, and that also looks really, really good. So yes. And I think I'm going to pause here because I hear the neighbors coming and I don't want you to hear them. Alright, and we're back. We're just going to go right to where we left off. I think I just said the Last of Us demo, which was really good. Survival stuff by Naughty Dog. Good demo. You know, I'll put it link in the description. I'll be putting everything I'm talking about in the description pretty much. So yeah, the last thing we're going to talk about is Nintendo. Nintendo had a pretty solid conference, even though it was a little lackluster. Even the ending was kind of weird. It seemed like they were missing something. That's what I think, because they all seemed a little nervous or a little shocked. I don't know how to put it. But anyway, Miyamoto talks about the Wii U a little bit, and the intro video has Pikmin in it, and he announces Pikmin 3 for the Wii U, and he kind of shows off the demo with the gamepad. A little hard to explain for me, but I'll show the video probably. You know, I think I'll post the game or all the press conferences too, so you can watch them. They're all about between like an hour and 30 minutes long, so make sure you have time to watch them. So Pikmin 3 is announced, and then Reggie takes the stage and he announces the what is it? Well, the press conference is basically going to be about titles for the Wii U, and it's all going to be focused on the games, so that was pretty cool. That was all about the games, but then right after he said it'll be all about the games, they say, oh, Wii U's going to have YouTube, Netflix and stuff, and all that good stuff, so they had to get partnerships out of the way, obviously. And then it said the Wii U, most of it the Wii U, right? And then it support 2 gamepads, you know, Miiverse and all that good stuff. Super Mario Brothers, you know, like they need more Super Mario games for every console. I was hoping they'd have a different first-party game up there, like maybe a Metroid one or Donkey Kong maybe. Even though they just made Donkey Kong Country for the Wii, I was hoping something else besides Mario Party. But alas, I think it's always just gonna be Mario, like a Mario game, pretty much. They announced our Batman Arkham City Armored Edition with support for the Wii U pad, and that actually looked pretty good. They also announced Scribblenauts Unlimited, which is the what is it? You doodle things and they come to life. A game like that. Other games they announced for the Wii U were Darksiders 2, Mass Effect 3. What else is relevant here? Trine 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, and they're going to be ported to the Wii U. They also had a trailer for like a singing game called Sing. It's singing and dancing. It looked really interesting, but didn't really check it out. They had some 3DS trailers, but they didn't go too much into 3DS because it was mostly about the Wii U. But they showed a Super Mario Brothers game, a new Paper Mario game called Sticker Star, and they also showed Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS, which I'm personally excited about because I haven't played another 3DS game, or I mean a Luigi's Mansion game since the GameCube. I'm not even sure, but I think that might be the second game in Luigi's Mansion series. So, yeah, pretty interesting, huh? What else? I'm running out of time. I can tell. Okay, I'm just gonna drill through this fast. They also showed the Zombie U trailer, and they announced Nintendo Land, which was a kind of carnival type of deal with different games from different genres where people could interact. There is a Zelda game, a Donkey Kong game, a Mario game, all that good stuff. I also put trailers in there. And that's pretty much it for the Nintendo one. So yeah, that's all the coverage from E3 that I've gathered. Just from watching the press conferences. I'm sure there are the other videos I'll put up. I know there's Borderlands 2 there, there's Bioshock Infinite probably, and along with a lot of other games. So another game I want to mention is Star Wars 1313. I also put the demo in there because that's a fantastic game. Really good. Wait till you see it. And yeah, that's it for me. I just wanted to say I'm working on recording a lot, and then I'm working on, let's see, how do I say it, putting out videos at like a normal pace instead of having those sprees of putting up 10 videos at once. You might have noticed it recently. I've been putting up maybe 1-2 videos a day, so I'm kind of controlling the output. So the recorded stuff I have will last longer, especially now class will be starting in about a week or so. So I want to have some control over my content and how fast it comes out. That's what she said. And yes, that would be like a pregnancy. That's what she said. That's kind of weird. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll probably record after this. But one other thing I want to mention is I am a regular on a podcast with a friend of mine. His name is C Monk, and I'll put his YouTube in the description and the Twitch TV. And I'll be doing a podcast with him every Wednesday for every week, forever on. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. Figure out for your time zone. So you should come next week or this week on Wednesday. And I'll put the Twitch TV link in the description. In the description, I'll probably tweet it out too. Tweet the deets and maybe put it on YouTube too. Upload a video. So yes, again, thank you for watching this weekly post commentary. I know it's been very long, but if you're listening to me now, thank you for bearing with me. And it's been quite a trial getting through all this in time. I don't know, I'll probably have to cut some stuff out. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go. So goodbye.